What's up, my brothers and sisters? Hope all is well. Mike C right back at you again. Seems like I'm on every other day again now, but that's okay. Quick story. You know, I always have to tell one. I believe the year was 1987. Back then, I was probably I think I was about 20 years old. I was managing a gym back in the Bronx owned by 4 professional and semi-professional bodybuilders. Those guys pretty much taught me everything I know about staying in shape. Helped me along my years. This way, I think that's the reason why I'm 56 years old and still can do the job that I do for a living. But anyway, enough about that. There used to be this kid that used to come in, not a kid, he was about my age. He used to come in, I used to train with him from time to time. I think his name was Gabriel. Big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. Now, he told me this movie with this predator in it, and he was like, Mike, you gotta see this movie. And I was like, nah, you know, I'm gonna see it, but I'm not gonna be running to the theaters like you. And he's like, dude, you know I'm an Arnie fan. And that's why I really couldn't believe what he was saying about the movie and the character, because he was an Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, diehard. I mean, the guy wanted to be like him, wanted to look like him, everything. Loved everything about Arnold. But he said, you gotta see it. So that night, I did go and see it. And that night, pretty much had a stamp on my life going forward. One of the big characters I fell in love with throughout my years has been the Predator. And here he is in the brand new Prime 1 Studios 1/3 scale from the #2 movie, which I liked, but not as good as #1. To me, Predators 1 and 2, everything else is a blah. I'll watch them only because I'm a fan, but I don't like them. I don't like the way the character evolved, his appearance and everything. Just doesn't do much for me. But that's why I was all over this one when it went up for pre-order. And here he is. All right, man, enough of me talking, enough of me telling stories. Let's do a little quick showing. All right, comes with two sculpts. This is the first one, the mask one. When I originally ordered this one, my first plan was definitely to display it like this, because I already have the sideshow one, and this one's gonna go right adjacent to him. And I didn't want to have both of them maskless, even though I will run the maskless one out to you in a few minutes. But I really wanted to run this one like this, and the sideshow collectible one I love maskless. So but a lot's changed since I seen it in person, don't get me wrong. This one is pretty badass, love it. But that the maskless one is pretty sick, and I will show it to you in a few minutes. All right, let's get a little side view of his portrait there. Looks pretty good. I think Prime 1 only did about 350 of these. I think I got number 48. This statue, for some reason, has gone under the radar. I don't know if it's because maybe just a lot of people didn't really like it, but when it went up for pre-order, I was like, this is this is done. I'm definitely getting this. Let me get a little view of you. All right. His little gun on the side. It's a little, doesn't really stick in there very well, but it's very light. I'm sure I'm going to drop that throughout my years of holding on to the statue. Take a little step back right now. There we go. It's a full view of him. Now, he comes in a bunch of different parts. I mean, you got the gun that pops off. This arm, half of it pops off. He's basically from his elbows on both sides. So it's basically how he's come, and obviously his head comes off. And you got the base, and you got the other piece of the base right here. He's in a fantastic pose. I love the pose. I love the stick. Comes with a swap out arm. This is your swap out arm. It looks kind of cool. Holding the frisbee, or whatever. I like to call it the frisbee, but I know they use another word for it. But and it kind of sticks out on the side like that. And to tell you the truth, guys, that will probably be buried in the box for the rest of my life. To me, the stick is definitely the pose, no doubt about it. It takes me back to that movie when he was kind of in this pose, looking down on the city. Just great. It's a great scene. But I dig the pole. That is definitely staying. And the other great thing about this statue that I really did fall in love with, and one of the reasons why I purchased it, was because you can actually hang this one on the wall. It could be mounted on the wall. All you got to do is swap out the bottom part of the base, and you put this in. And this is pretty light. And it presses up against the wall, and the base comes out. That's what I was originally going to do, but I decided that he's gonna go right there next to the other Predator and the alien. I think I'm gonna put the alien in the middle. All that's gonna be cleaned up over there, but you guys are well aware that I'm still in the process of building the museum, and it's coming to an end, though. I'm gonna give you guys a full showing probably later on, probably on the weekend. Should be complete. I was gonna hang him up there where that alien picture is, but as you can tell, that picture's not coming down. Then I thought about there, and those pictures aren't coming down. So he's gonna go right there. But anyway, come on, I'm talking too much, guys. Sorry. It's been a brutal day. Every day's brutal, even though I'm not out there putting out fires right now due to my leave of absence, but I'm in here putting out fires. All right, let me give you a 360, guys. All right. There goes the back. Braids are done pretty well. This is all stringed. This is magnetized in there. You can pop that out if you want, but I thought it looks kind of cool strapped into his leg. Check out his feet, his booty. I love it. I love it. Now here's where you can attach them into the wall. You know, this base part, is really not too heavy. It's kind of hollow, and obviously they probably did that because of the weight distributed onto the wall. You definitely, if you're gonna hang this on the wall, and that was my initial plan when I got this, was to hang it on the wall, but some things have changed, and I think I'm gonna display him right next to the other one on top of the module case. But you're definitely gonna have to put him in a stud. You're gonna have to get yourself a stud finder, and hang him in there. But that base is pretty hollow, so it'll definitely hold in a stud. It's not like it's gonna do any kind of damage. Let's do a little step back there for you guys. That's how he looks. The stick is great. I mean, he's a great size. He's not too big. So, all right, let me show you the swap out. The swap out is sick, and I did not want to display him with the swap out, but obviously seeing this kind of changed my mind. So I would definitely have to say that this head is just incredible. The colors and the detail, the eyes look fabulous. Look at the blood vessels. Let's zoom in on that. Wow. Well, Prime One, they really don't put out anything that's just okay. I mean, their stuff is just, it's flawless. It's big, it's strong, it's never done cheap. They leave me speechless, you know, because you never look at a product realistically. And I got quite a few of them, you know. I got the Joker there, I got the Noel, I got the other Joker there. I mean, there's nothing that they do that's just like, yeah, let's just put it together cheaply. It's always well done. It's incredible. They're definitely a class act when it comes to cranking out statues. And they don't crank out a lot. I think they just kind of master in it, and they're like, hey, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do it right, and we're gonna launch it. That's what I see. I don't see them flooding the market with 1 million statues and just, you know, throwing garbage out there, you know, hitting and missing. These guys, whenever they release something, it is a hit. All right, enough with that. But yeah, it's gonna go right there, right in between there somewhere. You can see I got the head of the other Predator there, but he looks much better. The mask off, I think. So they both may be displayed with mask off. All right, guys. I'm sorry I talked so much and didn't give you so much detail, but let me try to make that up in a minute or so. His hand comes off here. Obviously his body's got a hole right here. You put him in there, key, and he's pretty solid in there. There's the head. It's my table that's moving. He's not moving, believe me. So let's get a good vision on that eagle. He's got 1, 2, 3, about 5 parts. This comes off the bottom part of the base right here. Take this off. This is heavy, but this part, connected part, is not. So it's almost like this. This is kind of light, so it's kind of hollow, but this part is the heavy part. This gives it a good solid foundation. There's one right at the bottom. All right, guys, one last straight on, and we will let you all go. Tell me what you think. I dig it. That's why I bought it. That's why it was a first day pre-order. Tell me if you're liking it, guys. Well, guys, that's what I decided to do. He went maskless. I just could not pass up that portrait. So I was messing with it last night after I did the video, and there he is. I think that setup looks pretty sick.